The Book of Ezekiel, a captivating Old Testament text, is named after its main character, a priest turned prophet. Ezekiel's life was upended when he was exiled to Babylon, where he received visions and messages from God. His journey begins in 597 BCE, a time of crisis for the Israelites, who lost their land, king, and temple. Ezekiel's task was to deliver God's word to the exiles, a challenging mission given their stubbornness and despair. The book is structured like a prophet's journal, starting with warnings and ending with hope. Ezekiel's warnings explain the destruction of Jerusalem as a consequence of Israel's rebellion. The exiles questioned God's presence and power, and Ezekiel's book addresses these doubts. Ultimately, it's a story of moving from despair to hope, challenging the people's understanding of God. Ezekiel's visions offer a powerful response, promising restoration and new life. To grasp Ezekiel's message, we must understand his world, dominated by the Babylonian Empire. In 597 BCE, King Nebuchadnezzar exiled influential Israelites, including Ezekiel, to Babylon. Settled by the Chebar River, the exiles faced a cultural shock, surrounded by Babylonian gods. Those left in Jerusalem clung to false hope, believing God would protect the city and temple. Ezekiel's role was to shatter this illusion, warning of further destruction due to continued rebellion. His message was unpopular, as it foretold the fall of Jerusalem and the temple. Ezekiel explained that their suffering was a direct result of breaking their covenant with God. Only by understanding their plight could they embrace the promise of restoration. Ezekiel's message was a call to accountability, paving the way for a future of hope. His visions promised a new beginning, unimaginable to the exiles. Divine judgment is a major theme in Ezekiel, with the prophet acting as a lawyer against Israel. He accuses them of idolatry and social injustice, even defiling God's temple. Ezekiel's intense metaphors and symbolic acts aim to awaken the people to their sins. A pivotal vision shows God abandoning the temple due to their betrayal. Yet, amid judgment, there are hints of hope. God promises to be a sanctuary for the exiles, even in Babylon. This radical idea suggests God's presence isn't confined to a single place. It foreshadows the restoration and new life promised in the book's second half. Ezekiel's message is that judgment isn't God's final word. The seeds of hope will blossom into a vision of renewal. Ezekiel's visions are symbolic, revealing deep truths about God. The first vision shows a storm cloud with living creatures and wheels, symbolizing God's mobility. This answers the exiles' fear that God was defeated. He is with them in Babylon. The Valley of Dry Bones vision in chapter 37 is iconic. It depicts Israel's hopelessness, but God promises restoration. As Ezekiel prophesies, the bones come to life, symbolizing spiritual renewal. God will breathe new life into his people, creating a covenant community. This isn't just political restoration, it's a spiritual transformation. Ezekiel's visions offer hope that no situation is beyond God's power to revive. They promise a future where God's people are renewed and faithful. Ezekiel's final vision, from chapters 40 to 48, is of a new temple and Jerusalem. It's a hopeful picture of God's presence returning permanently to his people. The vision isn't a blueprint, but a symbol of divine restoration. God's throne chariot returns, filling the temple with his presence. A stream flows from the temple, transforming the desert into a lush landscape. This symbolizes God's life-giving presence, renewing creation. The Dead Sea becomes fresh, teeming with life. The city is renamed Yahweh Shammah, meaning the Lord is there. Ezekiel's visions shape hopes for a future where God dwells with humanity. It's a promise of a renewed world, where God lives among his people forever.